They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Davis. Able to avoid him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. He finds his man, complete. It's Hoover. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
They're right here.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks 1st down as the tackle made up at the 27.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll look to throw. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Completes it to Davis. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Seven, 7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings.
Ready. 20 TX.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, Brandon, what I'm seeing in this game so far, an offensive line that's establishing themselves well on the line of scrimmage, and they feel like they can keep pounding and pounding throughout this game in order to win.
Now 3rd down and 7. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Hey. 20, TX. Solo left Zion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 20. 68 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 21.
Here's Tua. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, 82 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Let's go now.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 44.
With the defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Here we go.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Ready, break.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And even 100 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Back to Walker on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now he's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. In motion goes the tight end.
21G. Hey, long.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's fielded at the 34. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
And now a design run with Jefferson. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here's 2nd and 7.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Solo left Zion.
Looking to pass. Tua. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play. A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
20 TX.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Complete. Jefferson to target. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll change things around before the snap. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 62 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye,
he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we do.
Carlson now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he's got this to Jefferson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jefferson moving in motion left.
Solo left Zion. Solo.
Tua now on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. time escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Hey, 21 T8. Hey.
Now Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Watch it, Oscar. Solo like Zion. Solo. Whoa! 21G. Double one, hard.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Hey, check that.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8.
Hawk 70.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 40-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him now to this point. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. You have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. That is intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now Tua. Pass complete. It's Hawkinson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Ready.
Here comes second down.
Let's go. Solo left Zion.
Here's Tua. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
20, TX.
Tua. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Now the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That pick his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks,
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way.
You